Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Exos Mini Pendant. This is going to be the large one we're going to be talking about. It's also a smaller one. That one is 187650, but the one we're talking about right now, that's the 187660. If you guys are wondering which one of these to use, what I would recommend is hit the grocery store, pick up 2 coffee cans. Remember the Folgers cans we had when we were back in the younger days, I guess? They may still make those. I hope they still make those. But anyway, the bigger coffee can is roughly the size of this fixture body, and the smaller coffee can is roughly the size of the smaller one. So that's a good visual aid for you guys to use, to see which one you use. They both throw out the same amount of light, just a matter of size. Okay, let's get into a few other things. The size of that fixture body on this one is 10.6 inches high and 8.9 inches in diameter, and that's a metal-to-metal measurement. Your glass is just a smidge smaller than that. Overall height, now we're talking the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling, what you can attain, 13 inches at its shortest to 58 at its longest. If you need this to be longer than 58, so you need it to be 66 or 82 or something like that, send a quick email to me. So you're looking at the 187660, you need it to be X long from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling, and tell me what you want, and I will send that email over to Hubbardton Forge Customs Department, and we will get you squared away with what an upcharge would be for custom. We do customs every day. It's a little more time and money, but we get you where you need to be. Okay, let's get into a few more things. Hubbardton Forge is using these new rod systems, which is basically a system of rods that screw together with little connectors in between. It gives you a nice seamless, clean look, and I'm taking one apart. This is the threaded part. There's a threaded part in here as well. And here you have a smaller piece. So what you're going to have is 3 of the 12-inch, 1 of the 6, and 1 of the 3 to get you where you guys need to go. What I love about this, and lots of different applications and ways to use it, is I can use this as a semi-flush, which is awesome. So in addition to be able to use this as a pendant over a kitchen island, I can use this over the kitchen sink and have it much higher. I don't like to be able to look directly into a pendant if I'm standing at a sink. I want to be able to look out the window, basically. I don't want to look kind of under it. And this will give you the opportunity, because it's 13 inches from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixtures, a nice short application. And you can also use this in foyers and laundry rooms and hallways and bedrooms. It's a dynamite piece. It's also slope ceiling adaptable automatically. There's a knuckle right here built into the top. You can't even notice it. It allows this to bend just like that. So here's your slope up to 45 degrees and you're good to go. Okay. After that, why don't we talk about a few other things. It's 6 pounds, which isn't a big deal. Canopy is 5 inches round, okay? It's going to go, it's actually a smidge more than that. It's like 5.2 or something like that, but we'll call it 5 inches. It's going over your standard junction box. This is a 4-inch box. This is what you guys have in your ceiling, should have in your ceiling. Way to show you more information about that and how this all goes together is to look at the installations instructions now. If you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how this goes together. It's going to show you all about the canopy. Lots of great little details. And the way we recommend you assemble this is you don't assemble it coming down from the ceiling. You basically put down a couple towels on a counter and just kind of lay it out. Lay out how you want it to get it, and then you feed the wires from that fixture body into these one by one, and then you put them together. It just makes it totally easy that way. The glass goes on at the very end after you already have the whole thing up. So that's a little word to the wise for you. Let's hop into a couple things. That glass down on the bottom is going to be Hubbardton Forge's Opal Glass. It's a nice white glass. I talk about Opal a little later in the video. On the bottom of this is a glass diffuser, so you're not going to be able to really see up inside of it. So it's frosted glass, so it kind of reads a little bit of a white, but it's a sandblasted glass that is frosted. As far as what you can use inside, you can use up to 100-watt incandescent, and that's because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb of our past as well. But most of you are probably going to be using LEDs, so what you use inside for LEDs is really up to you. This is an A19, okay? But I'm pretty sure you can easily get an A20 into this as well. This is a larger bulb. A19s, come in 60, 75 watt equivalent, 100 watt equivalent. I have seen these up to 150 watt equivalent. These big bad boys, you're talking 150 to 200 watt equivalent. Most of you aren't going to need this, but it's great that you have the opportunity to use what you want inside this fixture. I talk about the color of light in LEDs all the time, just something to remember. You'll hear it in every video I do when I talk about LEDs. The warmth of the light coming down on my hands is 3000 Kelvin. Just remember that when you're looking at a bulb. So it'll say warm white 3000 K or 3000 Kelvin. The blue light that's outside and also like in hospital waiting rooms, that is called daylight. So it's very much a misnomer. You think daylight's warm, but it's really not. It's a blue light. That is going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin. So just really remember to zero in on these things when you're looking at bulbs. The other thing is a dimmable fixture. Make sure that when you do buy your bulbs, you're going to buy dimmable LEDs and you're going to tell your installer that you're doing that. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's Opal Glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. They're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. it'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case. So always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.